Hi, my name is Ellen. Welcome to my channel. I post stuff about goth, makeup, sharing my experiences, talking about goth culture from the perspective of me being black and in the scene. Today, we're gonna talk about Reddit. So last time I did a goth Reddit thread, it was like the AmITheAsshole thread. And I don't even know if all of these stories are real, but I figure, it's like a low maintenance video that we all could be interested in. We all may get a laugh out of. I have not pre-read these stories, so you're gonna get my genuine first-time reaction in reading these. So I just typed in goth Reddit stories, and this is where we are. What's your weirdest being goth in public story? This one recently. I was out with my friend serving as a model for a shoot. I was dressed up very lacy and witchy kind of get up. We're taking a break from the shoot and go to a shop to get a drink. Whilst we're around there, a random guy sees me and goes, "You look gorgeous." And then he hugs me. It was a side hug at least, but my God, was it awkward. It was one of those, this happened too quickly for me to take an invasive maneuver, avoid him moments. Also, on the same day, I apparently had several small children convinced I was bewitched. Good times. That's wholesome. I've definitely experienced things like that before where I've been out and about. It definitely depends on the area that I'm in as far as the demographics of the city, the area, income, so many different things. But I've had small children come up to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, are you a fairy?" And they're like excited to see me, so they think that I'm like a fairy or a princess or something. So that's also really wholesome. I like that. What I don't like is that that guy ran up and hugged her. Like, okay, that's weird. Why would you hug a stranger? Thanks, I hate it vibes, but not too bad. I've had strangers come up and hug me before, but they're mostly women. They're women and children. I've never had a strange man come up and hug me. That would be very creepy and very weird. I'm sorry that happened to you. Okay, so these are like these are like comments, response to the story above. People sharing their experiences. So I live across the street from elementary school, have for most of my life. Normally this is not a problem. One day I was coming home from, I think, the library, minding my own damn business, dressed in this, and it's like a blue link to something. Yes, I dug this photo up just for this story, LMAO. Not really paying attention to anything when I looked up, and this woman who was picking up her kid caught sight of me, went all deer in the headlights and grabbed her kid's hand and started urgently tugging the poor bewildered child towards their car while repeatedly shouting, "Saved in the blood of Jesus," at the top of her lungs in general direction. I was torn between being absolutely confused and mildly offended and about to fall on my ass laughing. I've definitely had people like clutch their pearls and like grab their kids when they've seen me, and I just look at them confused like, "What are you doing? This is embarrassing for you. Not for me, for you." I've had people try to like forcefully hand me like religious pamphlets, postcards, those little fake money things. But it's happened to me so many times that like I've noticed it and been like, "No thank you." And they like try and insist so hard in a way that they don't do to normal looking people, I guess. So that's always like a really weird and really awkward experience when that happens, and it's like, oh my gosh, why are you acting like that? You're the weird one in this situation, not me. So I clicked on that little blue link that said this to see what the person's outfit looked like, and it looks pretty normal to me, pretty simple. It's really not too much going on. They're just pale. They have black lipstick, black eyeliner, black hair, and just kind of like this metal gray, like velvet outfit and like some platform boots. Like, they look pretty toned down to me in terms of like today's standard of what an extreme goth person would look like. Like, I live on the north side of Chicago. Like, this is someone that I would just normally see walking down the street and really and I just wouldn't really think too much about it. It would just be a normal experience for me. But I can understand, you know, if you're like in the suburbs or you're just in a more conservative area. But like, I've definitely worn outfits like this over the years, and I don't know, it's a pretty standard part of my wardrobe. Okay, so another person commented, being socially avoidant, I would do my grocery shopping around 2 a.m. at the nearby 24-hour warehouse type supermarket chain store. I was tall, thin, painfully pale, and dressed appropriately goth. In the parking lot while loading bags into my car, a rickety man in his 60s with a mischievous glint in his eye approaches me and says, "Are you a vampire?" I say, "No." He says, "Are you sure?" I say, "Pretty sure." And with his sideways grin, he shuffles away. I think he was a vampire. I've definitely been asked those questions before. Are you a vampire? Are you a witch? Are you a devil worshiper? Why do you worship the devil? Why are you this? Why are you that? And it's like, just mind your business. Just let me put my damn groceries in my fucking car and go home. Like, what are you doing? This comment says, I was a baby bat at the time and I had chosen to wear some crow-esque makeup to the grocery store. The cashier whose line I went through, she was an elderly African American lady, went through the entire transaction normally, and then at the end she said, "Now smile for me." So I did. Okay, so for those of you who are not goth, you may not know what the term baby bat means. It basically means that you're someone that's new to the goth subculture. It's something that, you know, we call baby bats. Like, oh, you're new to the culture, you're not fully in it. And a baby bat isn't just like a teenager or something. Like, anybody at any age can be a baby bat. So this is someone that's new to the goth subculture who isn't super familiar with how to carry themselves and how people will react to them. So that's the emphasis on that baby bat part, in case you guys don't know what a baby bat is. Crow-esque makeup is like the movie Crow, like Brandon Lee's makeup, not necessarily like the literal bird. Just in case you guys are confused, because I see people make comments like that on other people's posts, and if you're not goth, you may not understand those terms and watch me act like that. Alright, so me personally, whenever strangers told me to smile, especially men, I literally told them to die. I tell them to die. I tell them to jump off a bridge. I tell them to go play in traffic. I tell them to go play on the train tracks. I tell them to go play with the fishes. If I'm being nice, I'll say no, or I will ignore you. Like, I never smile just because people just tell me to smile for no damn reason. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's very annoying, it's very entitled, and it's something that's mainly geared towards women. Like, I never see people telling men to smile for no damn reason. It's always for women. So it just feels very misogynistic and entitled, and I don't like that. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna smile just because a stranger told me to smile. You're not going to tell me what to do with my own face just because my presence disturbs you for whatever reason. That has nothing to do with me. So do not smile just because people tell you to smile. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. It's your face. If those people genuinely give you a reason to smile, then sure. But if they're just smile, like, I don't do that at all. Okay, so let's check out another thread. I feel like these comments are just kind of repeating some of the same situations, and I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, so now we're on the goth side of the AITA thread. So the title of this, AITA for leaving a goth girl that I met. I did not read this beforehand. I don't know if these stories are real or AI, but we're gonna get into it. I somehow managed to snag a date with this gorgeous goth girl. We hit it off surprisingly well. We talked about everything from racing to Hot Wheels to even Hello Kitty. And by the end of the night, she was actually laughing at my terrible jokes. I couldn't believe my luck. One thing led to another, and she ended up back in my place. We stayed up late talking and listening to music and eventually drifted off to sleep. Now, here's where things get weird. I woke up the next morning fully expecting to be missing a kidney or maybe a part of my liver, the usual goth girl stuff. But to my surprise, all my organs were accounted for. I was completely baffled. The more I thought about it, the more suspicious I became. No self respecting goth girl would leave a perfectly good set of organs untouched. It just didn't add up. So I did what any rational person in my situation would do. I dumped her. I know it sounds harsh, but I had to protect myself. Who knows what kind of dark ritual she was planning? Maybe she was just biding her time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, or maybe she wasn't a real goth girl at all. Just some poser trying to infiltrate my life. So, am I the asshole? I don't know, guys. Maybe I overreacted, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Besides, it's not like I actually liked her or anything. It was just a fling, right? Right? This is the most unserious thing I've ever read. Am I the asshole for accidentally calling my girlfriend a goth mommy? The title alone says she needs to tell you, hey, I know a place, and then drop you off at some dumpster and then leave. Alright, let's get into it. Male 21, my girlfriend, female 20, is a goth girl and incredibly attractive. My friends are jealous of me for it too because they see I bagged a baddie. She hates anyone calling her a mommy, even as a joke. She says it is gross and doesn't find it sexy, but I always thought mommy would be a compliment. Anyways, we were hanging out with some friends and I called her my goth mommy, which pissed her off, and she said she had to go to the bathroom, but instead ghosted me and left. When I got home, I asked her why she did that, and she yelled and ranted about how I know she hates being called mommy and that I'm being gross by using it in a sexual way. I just thought it was a compliment and not that deep. Am I the asshole? Yes. You weird as hell. Why are you sexualizing the word mommy? And if she says she don't like being called that, not only did you call her that, but you called her that, and then you got mad that she left you there looking stupid. I'll leave you too. What the fuck? Like, lucky she was at home to begin with. Like, I wouldn't have been there. I would have found something else better to do and put my phone on D&D. I'm assuming that you guys live together. Like, what the hell? She stated a boundary. She made herself clear. You disregarded the boundary because you thought it was cute. It doesn't matter if you think it's cute or not. If she says she don't like it, then she don't like it. Like, and it is gross. Like, if that's your thing, then that's your thing, but it's clearly not her thing. And there is a huge problem with people over fetishizing goth women to the point where it puts us in danger. Like, that shit is not cute. I literally just did a video about how the fetishization of goth women is particularly diabolical, especially for black women, given our history in the world, in this country, and the history of like human rights, women's rights, and everything. Like, it's not cute. It's giving that you only like her because she's goth and you're fetishizing her aesthetic because you're like a porn addicted weirdo. I don't I don't like it. I hope she works out with you. That's my take on it. Okay, so this one kind of has a long title, and I'm gonna just go based on the title. I'm gonna assume that this person is the asshole of the situation just based on the title alone. Am I the asshole for kicking out my sister for her emo outfit and telling her she can go to the funeral when she wears respectable clothing? Whenever people wear black all the time, people are always like, oh, you look like you're going to a funeral. Oh my gosh, you died. You look like you're going to a funeral. But then when it's time for you to actually go to a funeral, suddenly it's inappropriate. And then you're going to a funeral like you're grieving the life of someone that you just lost. Why not focus on just paying your respects and leaving? Like, why are you so busy trying to police a child's outfit instead of just letting them grieve properly? Last weekend was my dad's funeral. I planned it since my mom has been a wreck. My mom and my sister are not close. I am also not close to her, and I think she is a dick. So I'm probably biased. My sister dresses in the emo style, so skulls, collars, lots of black and reds, heavy makeup, and so on. I truly don't care most of the time. She can wear what she wants. This is an issue at important events. My wedding, she did this even after she agreed to tone it down. She's always going full out with her outfits. I don't understand why she won't tone it down. For the funeral, she came in wearing a short skirt, band t-shirt, heavy makeup, fishnets, and jewelry, collar thing, and skulls. I was very upset that she couldn't dress appropriately for a funeral, and I told her to leave. She got pissed and told her to go home and put on a respectable outfit. She stayed until my mom told her to get the fuck out since she can't dress appropriately. She left and didn't come back. A lot of people who say her outfit agreed she was out of line for a funeral. My sister has been calling me a jerk, and some people are saying I went too far. Girl, you were burying your dad. Focus on burying your dad, not policing your little sister's outfit. Especially when your mom is still around. And then you say like that you're mad that she dressed like that to go to your wedding, even though she agreed to tone it down. She probably did tone it down for the wedding, but didn't turn it off, and you still got mad instead of just enjoying your damn wedding. Like, I don't understand how for some people they could say that, wearing a short skirt to a funeral can seem a bit disrespectful, especially because a lot of funerals are held in churches or they're kind of like a religious ceremony. So I would say wear a long skirt. So I can see that being an issue. And maybe a band t-shirt isn't the most formal thing in the world. But at the end of the day, it's her dad's funeral. It's your dad's funeral. She just lost a parent. Why not just focus on grieving the loss of the parent and making sure that your mom has the support that she needs, since you're the one who had to plan the funeral instead of her? Instead of making a scene out of this whole outfit thing. Your dad that you're about to bury doesn't give a shit about that. If anything, he's probably just happy that, his family and people that care about him came to show the respects in the first place. Like, the dead don't care about shit like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if your little sister goes no contact with both you and your mom, because you said your mom's a dick. Like, pick your battles. Why are you fighting with some kid over a band t-shirt and a short skirt at both of your father's funeral? Just focus on the damn funeral. There's so many things that could be going on at the funeral, especially if you're the person that planned it, that you can be worried about, other than being so hell-bent on her outfit. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So I would say that yes, you are the asshole, because like, there's better hills to die on, okay? There's better hills to die on, and this just isn't the hill to die on. You're a weird ass bitch. Well, that's enough Reddit for me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment below if you have any stories similar to this, or if you know of any other like goth or Reddit threads that you want me to react to, because it's just, I'm seeing a lot of threads that aren't even goth that I'm like, I don't even want to, that don't have nothing to do with the rest of this video. So I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.